Hi, this is Peter Darkster, clairvoyant here, and if I'm remembering correctly, I'm sure it's May the 2nd, 2022. So this is our first spiritual message of the day. Okay, so you've got to listen to this message. You may feel like you take aspects out of it, maybe from the message, and that's absolutely fine. Spirit works in some strange ways. Maybe it's just coming from the universe in general, and it can help guide you as an individual. But I do feel this will link with somebody specifically. So hopefully somebody can take it. So please do comment whether you can claim it or not, or take something from it. That would be interesting. Okay. Now, I've got a lady coming through here from Spirit, and I sort of just suddenly drawn to the age of 87 with her when I feel as though she passed. So she lived to a reasonably good age, and I feel that she passed away in the early 2000s. So I seem to just suddenly drawn to 2007. So do bear in mind, it isn't easy to predict time, but it is what I'm being drawn to. But what I do get, which is quite significant, is this lady, she was delivered to her passing, where she was going to be laid to rest on a horse and cart. So that was something very special. I feel as though it was one of her wishes that she wanted to be taken by a horse and cart from her home to where she was being laid to rest. And I do feel this lady was buried as well. So that's interesting. And I do feel that she passed away with a cancerous condition, and I seem to be drawn to the stomach area with her. And she was a very bubbly person, very bubbly, but I also feel as though when she got something to say, she would definitely not be frightened of speaking her mind. And I just seem to be drawn to the name. I feel I've got the name Jane with it, Jane. Now, she could be throwing that name out at me. Sometimes it connects with other people, but I do feel that is her name. I seem to be drawn to the name Jay. She has given me Lily, and she's also given me the name Wilma, because those names were coming to my thoughts as well. But I feel like her name was Jane. And I just feel so she was a lovely, lovely soul. And I feel when she passed, I just get the feeling she was on her own. Well, she wasn't on her own, she got family, but I do feel like her partner passed previously to her. And I just feel like, he sort of went through some complications with his heart, I've been told. So yes, but she had family around her, but I just feel that when she was sort of going through that passing stage, I do feel like in a sense she was ready. She wanted to go to her beloved. So that's interesting, very interesting. And I feel like she lives two sort of children behind, and I do get the feeling of a son and a daughter, and they both have grandchildren, and I feel so one has got 3 children, one's got 2 children. So I feel like there's some quite significant pointers out here. So yes, but she is drawing me to her eldest child, as if to sort of kind of struggling with mental health problems at the moment, and I just feel like as if to say she's just a little bit worried about them or about you, if it is you that's listening. But she says, don't worry, you're putting too much pressure on yourself, and she feels like you're doing a great job, and you're doing a fine job of trying to support yourself and family, but life has just taken its toll of late, I'm being told. So yes, so she's just trying to come around you to bring sort of some kind of healing, sort of kind of balance, and she's trying to take all this depression away from you so you can get back on track and get yourself back out there and making things happen. So she's just trying to be there for you in that sense. And she feels like, you will get there. And she says, and you need to rely on your sister a little bit more than what you're doing. So it's obviously, it's the male energy here has got the depression, and the sister is sort of the rock to sort of help you to get out of it. So you need to lean on it a little bit more than what you would normally do. Okay, but I do also feel your partner's there as well to help you. That this lady's telling me. So yes, so I feel like I've kind of said enough there with that, and I just feel like going back to the lady in spirit. She's not in pain now. She's at a sense of peace, and she's coming through now where she just wants to do her bit now to kind of help and guide. It's almost like it's taken her a while to settle down and to find her place in the universe. But I feel like now she's okay. She's not a troubled soul now, so she can come more forward now than she's done for a while. It's almost like I feel as though before a passing she was a bit troubled, and after a passing she was a bit troubled, but she's at a sense of peace now. I'm not sure what this being troubled is about. I feel from an intuitive level as if to say she was worrying about family and leaving them behind and not being there for them. It's almost like I feel as though she was the rock that kept everybody together. So that troubled her leaving to feel like you got to defend for yourselves. It's not that she knows she couldn't do it, but she just felt like she was the rock that kept everybody together. And now she wants to pass that responsibility on to her daughter. So now she is matured enough to take on that responsibility. Ooh, that's very, very deep. Okay. So, I don't know if you can take this, have a think about it, come back to me, let me know. It will be interesting. So, I wish you well. Thank you. Bye-bye.